This news story was produced by Cogeco North Bay News. To watch the full newscast, tune into channels 12 or 700 live at 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Follow with what most of us agree should be a proper tax increase, somewhere around 2%, which would make sense to have a proper water and sewer rate increase in about that area.
I'm surprised to see these motions or these amendments on the fly happen to the budget when we've worked on the budget in meetings.
I would hope that you'd have the courtesy to at least talk or get the information, because when you're asking your fellow councillors around the table to make a drastic change in what we've already talked about, Councillor Marousas is saying $275. It's $360,000. So you have to know what the facts are when we're dealing with money. We're dealing with budgets. Putting things off is fine. You want to put things off, but we're leaving a mess. And this is my own personal opinion. We are leaving a mess for future years. It's nice, and we're taking ourselves out of a hole that we were put in by previous councils, and we're trying to dig ourselves out of it.
48 hours later, veteran councillor Marousas takes exception to Vraybosch's exception.
Quite frankly, I didn't think it was my job to inform the chair of what I'm thinking at every moment. We're working away trying to do our best for people, and once you realize that this thing is not reasonable, then I think you have to make moves to adjust it.
Deputy Mayor and Budget Chief Sheldon Forget suggests that short-term gain is long-term pain.
The last minute suggestion was to take it from reserves, but I mean, you're not really gaining if you take it from reserves, because next year it's going to be a compounded effect. So if you're looking at 3% this year, then next year that 3% is going to get tacked on to whatever next year's increase is going to be. So just for the last minute to get something like that done is kind of disappointing.
To me, without a concrete proposal to go with it, to me that isn't the best way to manage any corporation, especially a $150 million municipal corporation, properly. So the proposal seems to be, let's take money from a capital reserve and put it towards an operating cost. So my easiest comparison on that is, let's use the credit card to pay the mortgage.
I don't know where it's going at this point. I think probably there are 6 councillors that will support the budget if it comes in somewhere around 1.8%. The fact that we're dealing with these ongoing, huge increases with the police department really is very, very troubling. Whether or not we can make it happen, it'll be actually quite interesting to watch it unfold.
A special meeting has been set up to discuss the water and wastewater budget. The special meeting is scheduled for Monday at 5 p.m. If you are interested in watching Cogeco North Bay News, you can become a subscriber by calling 1-800-267-9000.